You open your eyes and something is wrong before you even know what it is. The ceiling above you is the wrong color. The light coming through the window is the wrong angle for the time it should be. And somewhere in the back of your skull, a voice you don't recognize as your own is whispering that you have done this before. Opened your eyes in this exact room. Noticed this exact wrongness. And forgotten it, every single time, within seconds. This time, you don't forget. You sit up. Your bedroom looks like your bedroom. Your hands look like your hands. But when you try to remember what you did yesterday, there's nothing there. Not fog, not haze, just a clean, seamless edge, like a page that was never written on. You tell yourself you're tired. You tell yourself this is normal. You get up, you get dressed, you walk out into a day that feels like it's been assembled around you in the last 10 seconds, just for you to walk into. At work, people greet you by name. They laugh at things you apparently said. They reference conversations you have no memory of having. You smile and nod because that's what you do when you're lost and don't want anyone to know it. But there's a moment, just after lunch, when you catch your reflection in a window and your face holds still a half second too long after you've already turned away. That's when you start testing it. You pinch the skin on your arm, hard enough to bruise. It doesn't hurt the way it should. You try to read the numbers on a clock, and when you look away and look back, they've changed to something that couldn't be right, given how much time actually passed. You ask a coworker what today's date is, and she says a date. But when you ask her again 5 minutes later, she says the same date with the same words, in the same tone, like a recording that never noticed it was playing twice. You are not tired. You are not losing your mind. You are asleep, and you have known it, on some buried level, your entire life. The realization doesn't come like a lightning bolt. It comes the way cold water rises up your legs when you wade into a lake, slow, and then suddenly you're in it completely, and there's no version of you that isn't standing in the cold now. You start walking faster. You start looking for the seams. Every dream has seams. You remember reading that somewhere, in a life you're no longer sure was real either. Doors that lead to the wrong rooms. Text that rearranges itself when you look at it twice. People who repeat themselves like loops in a song that's stuck. You find a door in the hallway of your office that you have never noticed before. You know, the way you know things in dreams, that you shouldn't open it. You open it anyway. Behind it is your childhood bedroom, exactly as it was. The glow in the dark stars on the ceiling, the specific crack in the corner of the window, the smell of a house that hasn't existed in 20 years. And sitting on the edge of the bed is you. A version of you from a birthday you can almost place, if you concentrate. He looks up, and he isn't surprised to see you. He's been waiting. He tells you that this has happened before. Not once, not twice, more times than either of you can count. He tells you that every time you get close to waking up, the dream doesn't fight you. It doesn't need to. It simply offers you something you want more than the truth. A promotion, a person, a version of your life with fewer wounds in it. And every time, without exception, you take it. You forget the door. You forget the seams. You forget him. You ask him why he's telling you this time, if it's never worked before. He says it's because this time, you asked the right question. Not, how do I wake up? Almost everyone asks that, and the dream is built to answer it, endlessly, with false exits that lead right back to the beginning. The right question is different. The right question is, what would I lose if I woke up right now? You feel the answer before you can stop it. You would lose the version of your mother who still calls on Sundays. You would lose the apartment with the light you love in the mornings. You would lose every soft edge the dream sanded onto a life that, somewhere, underneath all of this, might be a lot harder to hold. The boy on the bed nods, like he already knew you'd feel that. And he says the thing that finally breaks something open in your chest. He says, you don't have to leave anything behind. You just have to stop pretending you don't know it's a dream. That's the whole exit. Not waking up. Just refusing to forget, one more time, that you already know. You feel the room begin to soften at the corners, the way a photograph curls at the edges when it's held too close to a flame. You reach out to hold onto the doorframe, and your hand passes halfway through it before catching, solid again, like the dream is deciding, in real time, whether to let this be the moment. And you understand, standing there between one version of yourself and the ceiling of a bedroom you can't quite name anymore, that the terrifying part was never the dream. The terrifying part was how good it was at giving you exactly enough comfort to keep choosing it. You don't wake up gasping. You don't sit up drenched in sweat with your heart pounding, the way it happens in every story about this moment. You wake up quietly, eyes already open, staring at a ceiling that is, for the first time and longer than you can measure, exactly the color it's supposed to be. You lie there for a long moment, waiting to forget, waiting for the soft edge to grow over this memory the way it's grown over every one before it. It doesn't come. And you realize, lying there in a room that finally feels like your own, that you opened your eyes this morning and something was wrong before you even knew what it was. Except this time, for the first time, wrong was exactly what you needed it to be.